We got an awesome episode for you today. Our top 10, the best of the best when it comes to properties in 2019. This is a pool that you would expect to see at Disney World. It's a castle. It's something you've not really seen before. Now, this house had one of the greatest entries. The office in this mansion was arguably one of the best offices. You have a garage that all your friends are gonna be jealous of. Some of the most beautiful cliffside oceanfront properties you've ever seen in the entire country. Here we go. We're going to start with the top 10, right?
Starting right now.
2019. We had a banner year this year.
Absolutely, absolutely.
We got this, the new office, the new Altman Brothers office.
We broke the record in San Diego for the most expensive sale. Added to our team, we got a strong team behind us.
That's right, 500 million sold, 2019. All right, so we're going to show you the best of the best when it comes to properties in 2019. Our favorite sales, our favorite properties. All right, I gotta go inside. I'm gonna change my suit to my money green suit because there was a lot of money exchanging hands this year. And well, here we go. We're gonna start with the top 10, right?
Starting right now.
Starting at number 10. 14175 Mulholland Drive. This house was 17,000 square feet. It was over 4 acres. The jetliner views of this property were second to none. You had a straight shot of the entire valley of Los Angeles. It had 10 bedrooms in this magnificent property. This property had a lot of cool and unique features, but one of them that stands out in my mind is the pool. This is a pool that you would expect to see at Disney World. Water slides, rock jumping, multiple pools that flow in and out of different areas. The water features on this property alone were millions and millions of dollars. You'll never see that again because it was custom made for the property. Now, another thing that stands out to me was the chandelier in the dining room. You always kind of remember things that are different in each house. And it was crystals coming out of the ceiling. And it was one of the coolest chandeliers that were built in that I've ever seen. The Uber mansion, all glass everything. Parking for your closest 100 or 200 friends. Now, one of the most interesting parts about this deal was that this house was originally listed at $29 million. And the Altman Brothers represented the initial buyer, buying it for 14 and a half. That's what I call some good negotiation. Once my client bought it, the client changed their mind. They didn't want to move into the house, called up the Altman Brothers to sell it again, and 90 days later, we sold it for $1.1 million more. That was a hell of a sale. That is coming in at number 10 for 2019. And coming in at number 9, well, of course, it would naturally be 9 Beverly Ridge. 9 Beverly Ridge is a very special property. And the reason it's special is because it's medieval, it's a castle, it's Gothic, it's something you've not really seen before, and that was a sale that we've gotten that just closed last week. What's cool about this house is about 15,000 square feet. We ended up selling the house around $15 million. The house sits in the gated community of Beverly Ridge. There's really only about 12 houses, and they're all mansions. Now, this house had one of the greatest entries that I've ever seen. It was about a 50-foot tall entry that went the entire length of the house. So you could have your closest 300 friends just in your entryway. Now, you know, I always say there are things that stand out in different listings and houses that we sell. I remember about this house that there was a stripper pole in the house. Clearly they were into exercise. So that's coming in at number 9, the Altman Brothers' latest sale, 9 Beverly Ridge. That will be a memorable one. What's that, George? Oh, you want me to do number 8? All right, here we go. Coming in at number 8, 89 Linda Isle. 89 Linda Isle is about an hour drive away from Beverly Hills. You may have seen it before in one of my past YouTube episodes. Why I love this property? Well, it's in arguably one of my favorite places in the world, Newport Beach. The Altman Brothers have actually expanded to Newport Beach this year in 2019. That's why it's exciting to us. Now, with 89 Linda Isle, I got good news for you. It's still available. That's right, it's one of the best deals available. Now, out of all the properties on this list, this is the only one where you can pull up your 90-foot boat to go to your house. That's right, you have a dock in the back that can hold up to 90 feet. You can jump in your boat, and you can boat on over to Nobu and get some of the best sushi in the world. That, to me, is the best of the best. Coming in at number 7, 1911 Westridge in Brentwood. It's the famous Norm Lear estate. Now, if you don't know who Norm Lear is, you gotta Google him. He basically invented producing television. The guy's a legend, and the estate is legendary. It's on almost 8 acres in Brentwood. You know how rare that is? Well, the house itself is about 15,000 square feet, and there's about 35 car parking garage on the property. But something that stands out to me about the property is the grass tennis court. I like to call it the court of dreams because you're playing in the middle of the Santa Monica Mountains with not one house looking in on you. Oh, hey guys, coming in at number 6, 133 South Mapleton. Now, as a realtor, you know, we don't actually sell everything. Sometimes you lose listings. Sometimes houses don't sell. Well, 133 Mapleton is one of those, but yet it's still one of my favorite properties ever. We're talking about a 30,000 square foot house that we had listed at $78 million. That's right, you heard that correctly. $78 million. And now this is one of the most famous estates on arguably one of the best streets in all of Homely Hills, and it's the Mr. CHOW estate. That's right, if you like any type of Asian cuisine, then you've heard of Mr. Chow's restaurants. The art in this house was just as impressive as the actual 30,000 square foot house itself. And what was cool about this house was it was built for Mr. Chow, by Mr. Chow, and he has exquisite taste. The office in this mansion was arguably one of the best offices I've ever seen in any piece of real estate. You just felt like you were royal sitting in the office. The movie theater was also super unique, which doubled down as a poker room. And that was number 6. And coming in at number 5, 2175 Summit Ridge Drive. It had previously been on the market with 5 different agents over the past 2 years. Altman Brothers came in, listed the property, sold in 2 weeks. This 5-bedroom, 8,500 square foot house eventually sold for $7,350,000. Not the most expensive we sold this year, however, definitely one of the most memorable. What I liked about this house is you felt like you were in Aspen, Colorado, but you were still in Beverly Hills. One of the most memorable parts of this property was the Sky Tower with an amazing telescope where you can spy on your neighbors. Then if you go down the long staircase 4 stories down, you have a garage that all your friends are gonna be jealous of. And there it is for number 5. Cheers to that sale after 5 other agents failed. All right, I'll call you right back. I got YouTube here. Coming in at number 4, 78 Kawanua Drive. Kawanau. Well, that's in Hawaii, so I can't pronounce that. The Hupuna Beach Villa, which I can pronounce, at Mauna Kai Resort, one of the most beautiful places I've ever been, one of the most beautiful houses that I've ever seen. This house was on the market for $19.9 million, and we ended up selling it for $19 million. Now you're asking, well, wait, you sell in Beverly Hills, how can you sell there? Well, we sell beautiful properties everywhere with the help of our friends around the country. This 10,000 square foot property is one of the very, very few houses that you can actually walk down to the beach and you're right next to a beautiful resort. So you get all the amazing amenities that you want when you're in Hawaii. This is the first property in Hawaii that the Altman Brothers have ever sold, and we're excited to do a lot more. That, folks, is number 4. And I'm not going to give you the address again because I can't pronounce it. Coming in at number 3 is the Altman Brothers' latest and greatest listing in San Francisco. I give you 950 Lombard Street. 950 Lombard's in a category of its own, priced at $40,500,000. This is arguably one of the greatest properties that I've ever seen in my entire career. And trust me, I've seen a lot of very good properties. It sits on a 0.63 acres and is almost 10,000 square feet. Some of the cool features of it is you have your own art gallery slash club slash indoor basketball court. That's right, it's your choice. If you buy the house, you can make it whatever you want. What's very special about this property, this is a LEED certified property. The health and wellness aspect of this property is something that I've never seen before. that's taken it to a new level of healthy living. And in our business, we got a lot going on. We want to live longer. That's why we love this house. And the 40-foot infinity pool is cantilever. So when you're doing the crawl stroke in your pool, you're overlooking one of the best views that you've ever seen. If you want the best of the best in San Francisco, this is by far the most impressive listing out there in the entire city. No, I'm calling you. You're calling me? Okay, you got this? Okay, fine. And coming in at number 2 is 12300 Mulholland Drive. That's right, for this one, we're back on Mulholland with one of the most magnificent estates currently available on the market. For $56 million, you can get your own 3-hole golf course on your 10.5-acre property. So you ask what you get with 10.5 acres. This Mediterranean masterpiece can never be replicated. The main house is beautiful. The guest house is bigger than most mansions that you've ever seen. And the golf course just tops it off. You get 2 pools with the property, and you also get a bocce ball court. Who plays bocce ball? Anybody? Well, he does, and he plays tennis, and you can do both there. And that is why this is number 2 on the list of best properties of 2019. And coming in at number 1, you ready? La Jolla, California. The Razor House. One of the most important properties in La Jolla ever sold, and one of the top 3 most expensive properties ever sold. Now, I like this property for a couple different reasons. One, it was $20.8 million is what it closed at. It was 6 bedrooms, 11,500 square feet, sitting on 0.77 acres of some of the most beautiful cliffside oceanfront properties you've ever seen in the entire country. Now, what was special about this was an Altman Brothers double-end deal. That's right, we were also the 4th agents to try to sell this magnificent property. And what did we do? We ended up finding our own buyer, because that's why people hire us. Wallace Cunningham designed this house as one of the most impressive pieces of real estate you've ever seen, and you can tell by the pictures. This was our initial breakthrough into the La Jolla, San Diego, Rancho Santa Fe market. And since then, we now have over $150 million in the San Diego market, and we are taking over that market. So that comes in at number 1, the most impressive sale of 2019, the Razor House, for $20.8 million. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Best of 2019. I will see you in 2020. I gotta go pick up the family. I'm heading to the beach. Also, I bring a couple suits always. We'll see you guys next year.